Hi guys, let's analyze RSI indicators to understand it's working or not working for cryptocurrency trading, and let's analyze RSI for Bitcoin. Let's create a file, for example vbt underscore RSI. Okay, we created, and let's import library, and we need to import our class from dataset when we downloaded data from Binance server. From dataset import dataset class, and in this way we need to use library vector.bt to make vector backtest. Import vector.bt. Okay, let's do it. I select my environment. This is some temple, we did it before, for example Bitcoin USDT, and data Binance would be pandas data frame object, and we need downloaded this one from this class, and we need call get data. Let's analyze for the last year, and ticker would be ticker, and I would like to analyze for 1 hour. Time series would be 1 hour. It takes some time to download the data. Let's make copy from data frame data Binance. We need to make copy. Okay, and I forgot, I would like to use dark mode for plot vbt settings, and let's set time would be dark. Okay, let's analyze data from data science point, and we need to make some charts to understand what data we have. So returns would be data, because we downloaded data like pandas data frame, and we have columns close. We call vbt method, and we need to make returns. Next, let's plot this data. Returns vbt returns, and plot snapshot. Okay, let's see. So last year we have a very large flat, and we have deep drawdown if we open position 1 year ago, and this one, this is a daily returns. Okay, the idea of this price is clarify. Let's plot data for RSI. To make this plot, we need to call vbt.rci. We indicate these indicators, and we need to call run method, and we need to indicate some arguments like we are going to create RSI indicators using only for closed data close, and let's plot this data. Also, I would like to input some arguments for height and for some size. Would be 400 and width. Let's plot this data. So the classical approach, you know about it. We should buy from support some line and sell when we have some resistance level. This calls like outliers in data science. It means we should buy from 20 or 30 and sell Bitcoin when we have RSI is about 70 or 80. Okay, so and we need to test this idea, because too many traders using RSI in their indicators, but in general it could not working for them, because they didn't make backtest, and they didn't use quantitative trading. Okay, and let's create some simple strategy using by classical approach. And for this we need to create for example RSI object, and we call vbt RSI. We also run. This is same, but we need to indicate short name for plot the data RSI, and we shouldn't indicate show. Okay, RSI bottom would be, for example, we are going to buy Bitcoin when we have RSI less than 30 and RSI underscore top would be 70. We are going to sell Bitcoin when RSI above than 70. And let's create entries and exits from this strategy. So entries would be RSI. This is object of vector bt. In this object we have method RSI below. This is simple, so we should buy RSI when RSI below then RSI bottom. Okay. Let's okay, this is, we need to fix this RSI, and let's create signals for exits. Exits would be RSI, it would be vice versa, RSI above RSI top. Okay, after this we need to create a portfolio like pf means portfolio, vbt portfolio method, and dot from signals. So we need to create a portfolio from signals. We indicate our time series data close, and you see we have arguments. Next arguments would be entries and exits. Okay, also let's indicate commissions like 0.001. So let's do the statisticals. And next I would like to plot this portfolio to understand what happens with this strategy. So let's copy paste some part of code, hate it. Also let's indicate show. It takes some time to build charts. Okay, so this is our price, and we have entry points and exits. This is clear. So trade PNL is also clarify when we have this color. It means the position is active, and this is gray line is benchmark. It means Bitcoin, and this line, it is our strategy, and it means our strategy using these parameters of RSI is worse than our benchmark. So we need to find maybe another parameters. Let's do, for example, 20 and 80. Maybe it's more better than before, but this worse than benchmark. In general, I try to make strategy with better parameters than benchmark. And also you could print another statisticals. Let's do it. For example, if drawdowns, it means we take this object and call drawdowns vbt plot, and let's show this data. What wrong? Okay. Okay, this is our drawdowns for our strategy, and we have very deep drawdowns, as about 40%. I think it's bad for us, and we need to create more better strategy. Let's analyze trades plot. Let's create it. pf trades plot. Okay, show. Okay, So we could analyze more deeply what happens with the strategy, and to find how many times it takes for hold position. Okay, this active position for current moment. What else? For example, let's create charts to compare our strategy with hold strategy. If we buy and hold, let's create this logic. For example, hold entries would be some pandas series. Okay, I need import pandas. Import pandas as pd. Okay, let's continue. So it would be pandas series, and we need to call vbt also object, take signals and indicate empty. Like and input entries. Hold entries. Let's take the first element. ilog indicates the 0 index, would be true, and hold exits would be the same. Panda series vbt signals also empty like, and we input argument hold entries. Okay, and let's take hold exits, and let's take the last element, would be also true. Next, let's create portfolio. Would be hold pf, would be vbt portfolio, and let's indicate that we would like to take signals from signals, input close data. Next, let's indicate our hold entries, hold exits, and indicate fees would be 0.01. Okay, empty. And also, if you would like to print some statisticals, like when we create object, let's hold pf returns stats. Okay, so you could call this method to print useful statisticals for you. Max drawdown, for example, beta, or Kurtosis coefficient, and also compare total return of strategy and benchmark return, it means Bitcoin. And you see Bitcoin is better for returns compare from our strategy. So Okay, I hide this. If you would like to print it, you could use it, but I just I would like to print to plot some charts. Let's create our plot. We use our portfolio. Okay, would be hold pf. We call value from this portfolio object. Let's call vbt, and I would like to make plot trace would be dictionary with parameters like name, would be value, RSI. Okay, let's hold. Okay, but we should use a pf object from portfolio. This we use if we buy and hold strategy. Hold pf. We take also value. It would be the same. vbt plot and trace these arguments and indicate dictionary with the name, value, hold. Okay, next we need to indicate object what we create before and show. Okay, it looks okay. What is wrong? I need to understand. Okay. Mm. 1 second. vbt plot trace. Okay, so in this case I also input parameters for size of charts, and it's very good to see profitability of our strategy and if you buy and hold strategy. Okay, so next one, what we need to do, for example, when you have some RSI and you have too many parameters and we need to find the optimal parameters, and let's do to find the optimal parameters, because using handle it takes some time to find optimal parameters, but we could write good code to find these optimal parameters. Okay, we need to create some grid. It would be a range, and we also need to import numpy. Import numpy is np grid. Let's create a range of data. Range. and I would like to take data from 20 to 90 every 5, for example. Let's see. 95. Let's do for 95. Okay, let's delete this one, and let's create object RCI. This is the same logic. RCI run. Next we need to input our data. It would be data close. Let's indicate short name. It would be RCI, and let's create parameters for this strategy. It will be RCI top and RCI bottom, but we need run this code dbt object RCI, and we have a good method to combine these parameters. Let's run combination. We indicate that we would like to use our time series with closed data, and we have these entries we created before. Let's exit, and also we have arguments for strategy. We created, let's I need to remember we created these parameters or not. Okay, let's create if these additional parameters for backtesting would be a dictionary with size infinity, and what else, fees would be 0.001, and frequency it would be for 1 hour. Okay, it looks okay. What else? Okay, so this is, I forgot. Run combination. For run combination, let's check parameters. It would be input name supply. Okay, so for run combination we need to indicate only window would be grid, and short name would be all parameters like list, RCI top, and RCI bottom. Okay, so we run this method and we extract to object RCI top and RCI bottom, and next we need to create our portfolio. Portfolio would be vbt portfolio. We create it from signals method. Let's input our data close, and would be entries, exits, and extract arguments. Okay, let's check it again. Factorials. Okay. It looks okay. Let's run. It takes sometimes it was very faster to run this combination. And what else we need? Create a plot from this object. We run cumulative returns. Returns. And next it would be some plot, but we have too many parameters, and we need to create plot with big size. Big fixed size would be 30. Let's do like this. And I need to understand. Okay, something wrong. Grid. Run combination, data close. So our grid. Okay, so it looks okay. And let's plot all this backtest. Okay, so we did all backtest for all parameters, and you see we have correlated strategy, but some strategy is better than another strategy. Let's do charts to find the best strategy, and we could use heat map, for example. Let's do it, and we need to create new object. Would be PF total returns, and we need to call VBT object and indicate heat map. Heat map, and let's plot this. And it's okay. Let's print, and you see if you have this is some range of color from blue to yellow, and this is the worst strategy, the better strategy, the best strategy. And let's see what is parameters. For example, parameters 50, 45. But you see, if we use for RSI classical parameter, is not working. So, and it happens in too many indicators or candle when some traders use these technical indicators, but it not working, or working in different way. For example, for classical approach, we should use RSI 30 and 80, but if we use this approach, this is a worse strategy than compare of another strategy. The best strategy would be if you use, for example, 55 75, for example, and let's do it. But in general, you see we have value with minus. It means it's not working. It's not working. And let's again what is the strategy, for example, like this 75 55, and we could check it. Okay, so it's maybe better, but in general we also have the same dynamic of profits, and with a deep drawdown, and it means when you make trade using technical indicators, you should check it's working or not, because it's very important. Too many traders make big fails, a big error. So guys, thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.